to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I go live like now or post a new video. Thumbs up if you find the content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form, or you just want to give this channel some like love. I always appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In a moment, I'm going to be telling you, yes, I've actually had a video date with an Indian guy in the UK. Yes. So rather than me telling you I had one coming up, I've told you after it's happened for a change, so it didn't jinx it. Anyway, all will be revealed. Was he asexual? Sadly not. Yes, we have a lot to discuss. Anyway, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Burnley. I'm author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book. So if you're new to asexuality, you don't understand the asexual spectrum, or you want other perspectives of all different types of asexuals on the spectrum, that's a good book to get. The link is down below in the description. And I'm also the author of this fibromyalgia self-help handbook, which is how to manage fibro, to have less pain, more energy, and feel happier. And it's a great book if you like reading autobiographical stories, because that's basically my life story since 2012 all the way up to 2019. I'm still living that life story as it is. So link below in the description for that. So let's crack on with tonight's show. So as you know, I am still on Facebook dating. Yes, I have stuck Facebook dating out since November last year, November 2020. Because obviously, oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Lots of love to you. So since November 2020, I've been on Facebook dating, and I haven't had many video dates on there. I've been I've had one video date with a guy and it was terrible. He lied about his age and that was basically it. That was cut off. Some other guys connected with me on Facebook, but we never actually got to the dating stage. And then anyway, so this particular person liked me rather than me liking guys. This guy liked me, and he's Indian and he's in the UK, and it said he was looking for a serious relationship. Obviously the majority of people on Facebook dating are not asexual. I haven't actually found another asexual person on there yet. I know a couple of my friends were trying Facebook dating, but I've specifically left my friends on Facebook out of Facebook dating. So Facebook dating is like an app within the Facebook itself. I can only get it via my phone. I get notification on my iPad, but I can't actually access the iPad. I can't even see the icon from the iPad, so I can only access it by my phone. And it's like Messenger, but all you've got is basically, you're able to text, and then you're able to also video chat, I believe, within the messaging thing itself. Hey Sandra, great to see you, sweetheart. Lots of love to you, Liam. I've got my hair wet today. See, I just got out of the shower late. So it's all nice and wet today. Nice to see you. Lots of love to you. Happy International Celebrate Being Single Day, by the way. And I have to say, I have been preparing a love quotes video all day yesterday on Saturday, because it's now gone to Sunday. So it's very, very interesting. I've taken hours over that. That'll be shown a little bit later. It's created for you, ready, and I will be uploading that after this live stream a little bit later. So you've got that to look forward to. It's amazing. Beautiful quotes. All my own quotes. Beautiful. Anyway, let's track on with tonight's show. So Facebook dating, yeah. So with Facebook dating, you can video chat. Liam, you're gorgeous as always. Oh, lots of love, Liam. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Appreciate you always, and lots of love to you. Happy. If you celebrate Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. But otherwise, as you're single like me, happy International Celebrate Being Single Day. So yes. So in Facebook dating you can text, and there's also access for to video with someone, but I've never actually got the video working. There was one guy who kept pinging me, and he was just being annoying. He would ping me to video chat with him, but not actually video chat with me. He was just being really annoying. So I haven't really done anything. And then anyway, some other people have said about video dating, but it's never actually happened. So this guy, he was quick to ask about, I think he asked about WhatsApp, did he, or Instagram? I can't remember. He asked about one of those, and I said, no, I'm not on that. And then he's like, oh, take my phone number, you can phone me. I said, I don't phone people from my phone. I only do it through Facebook Messenger because it's free and I'm not paying for it on my phone. And you know, basically, I wanted to connect with him on Facebook. You know, I always tell you, connect with someone through their Facebook profile, their main profile, because then you can find out if they're truly being who they want to be, you know, and who they claim to be, you know. So this is all safety. It's all safety. So anyway, this guy did ask for my Facebook ID. He connected with me on Facebook. I looked and checked out his profile. The only bad thing he had was about 3 sex type of women, like, following him. You know, the ones that sometimes spam my channel, go, love you, love you. I always have to keep getting rid of them and reporting them or blocking them. Reporting doesn't do much good, to be honest. So anyway, yeah, there was some people like that, girls like that, following him, and it was just like, yeah, I thought, and I can't see his friends, but it's like profile in terms of like reviews and stuff checked out. There was nothing sexual on any of that. So yeah, it's very interesting. So anyway, he said about, he prefers video chatting to, he did tell me he prefers video chatting to text when we were starting on Facebook dating. I'm like, okay. So then we moved over to Facebook, and then he wanted to video chat with me the night before last it was. Well, not last night now, because it would have been Saturday. So he wanted to video chat with me Thursday night, because that's when he connected with me. But I didn't video chat with him till Friday night because I said I'm busy on Thursday. So I said I would Friday night. So I went shopping and I didn't get back till a bit later because I had to get a prescription from the doctors. Hello, Luna. Happy International Celebrate Being Single Day. Lots of love for you. So yeah, so I had to get another prescription yesterday. So I had to, well, Friday now, because I had to phone the doctor up again. Because I've got another problem now. You know, I've had ongoing health issues for months now. So I just kind of get used to it. But it's a pain. It involved needing ointment, put it that way. And it's like, oh, God. You know, like the steroid type ointment. Ugh. Anyway, so I had to get some of that. So I was late because the chemist is open late in my supermarket. And it was later than I expected. So I was late to do video chatting with him. But I did message him like 20 minutes or more before to say I was still in the chemist because I had to get a prescription. He was really cool about that. He was really patient. He said, that's fine. Just let me know when you're home. And so I told him when I was going out to the supermarket. And then I told him that I got to like unpack my shopping. I hadn't even eaten food. I said, I have to eat food in front of you. You can bring snacks if you want. You can see this is not a traditional date, you know. Most women who would have a video date with a guy, they would not be eating in front of him when they first meet him, you know, because I'm asexual and because I'm just me and I love being me. I just like get on with it, you know. I think it's hilarious. He must be thinking, I've never met a girl like this before. Do you know what I mean? Because most women, they've got all loads of makeup, don't wear makeup, didn't put makeup on for him. Luna, ha ha ha, love it, yeah. So you, like I've got to say, I've got my hair wet today because I've been in the shower. I haven't dried it yet because I thought I'd better get on my stream because I didn't do it last night because I was like video chatting. Well, the night, anyway, it was Saturday. I didn't video because I've gone on to the next day, and the previous night I did release a video. I did do a video. I did a prequel to International Celebrate Being Single Day awareness one. So I did do that yesterday, the day before now. All my days are getting mixed up because I keep working through the night. So just run into each other. So anyway, this guy, so he was really patient, and I thought that was a really good thing about him, and he wasn't getting assy with me at all, so that was really good. And also, I did tell him, because he was messaging me a little bit before we video chatted, and he I think it was the night before actually, and I couldn't do that night. He had to wait, and he had to wait till the next day, basically the next night. So I did find out in that conversation. I said, you know, that I said that I was asexual. Have you heard of it? He goes, not until I met you. I thought, oh God, here we go. And then I did. What else did I say to him? We had some exchanges of conversation, but it wasn't very much because he prefers video chatting Liam, you're unique and beautiful. You are you. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Liam. You're so special. Thank you, sweetie. So yes, so anyway, he was really patient that. Anyway, that's right, I told him that I couldn't be in a relationship, because he did say on his profile I was looking for a serious relationship. I told him I couldn't be in a relationship with someone who had sex women following him. He's like, I don't know, he's like sex women. He goes, I don't know, how do I know who's following me? And I said, do I really have to tell you how to find out who's following you from your follow button? I said, I don't think you're going to be intelligent enough for me either. I don't think you're going to be intelligent enough for me either if you're asking me a question like that. So anyway, a little while later, he's like, oh, I've blocked them all. I said, because I said I just got, I said I usually a long time ago I took my follow button off, so I can't have people like that spamming me, because he said that he'd blocked some. I said that he'd rejected some requests before or something, and he didn't realize some of these people were following him. Anyway, he looks like he's taken his follow button off. So I thought, oh, he's paid some attention to me. What I'm saying, he's actually just done that, just like that. So I thought that was a really good thing. I thought it was good that he was respectful. This is the good stuff. I am going to tell you how it went in the actual chat. Right, so I thought it was polite, helpful. So by the time we actually ended up video chatting, it was about 30 minutes, may have been a little bit more. I think it was about 30 minutes to 10:30 instead of 10 o'clock. By the time I put food in the oven and unpacked my shopping. And so anyway, so he was fine with me eating in front of him. But he told me in messages as well that he saw I liked Indian guys, but he said he doesn't actually like Indian guys, but he's Indian. Because I said to him, you are Indian, aren't you? And message, he's like, yeah, but I don't like Indian guys. So in the video chat, it was very interesting. So it was very interesting because he kept asking me questions about myself, which I thought was a plus, because I thought, well, that's nice. He's taken an interest in me. This is the good stuff I'm telling you about, right? And then he was like on his bed, and he said, do you mind if I like lie in bed while I'm talking to you with a duvet around me? He had clothes on. He wasn't naked, thank God. So I said, no, that's okay, because I thought, well, I'm eating and chilling out, eating my food, so that's okay. He did ask me. He didn't just do that, so that was nice. Although later on he kept me falling asleep when I was trying to talk to him. I'm like, you're falling asleep, because obviously I'm younger than him. Not in birth certificate age, I'm not, but he actually forgot my birth certificate age as well, because on the app I put my birth certificate age, which I hate talking about because there's nothing like who I am. It's ridiculous. Luna, ha ha ha. And so anyway, he forgot my birth certificate age by a considerable amount. How many years? Oh God, I can't even remember my birth certificate age a lot of the time. Let me think. How many years? Nearly 10, I think it was. Or was it a little bit less than that? No, hang on a minute. What was it he thought it was? Oh, it was nearly 8, sorry. Nearly 8 years, yes. I can't even remember my birth certificate. I just can't remember it because it's not important to me. So yes, that's right. So yes, he thought I was like nearly 8 years younger. Yes. So yeah, thumbs up for that. So I say nearly 8 years because it's my birthday coming up in April. So otherwise it'd be 7 years. But yes, it was still nice because he'd completely forgotten and he honestly thought that was my age. I just didn't say it. I'm just like, oh, well, that's nice of you to think that way. To me, you'll always be 21. Thank you, Liam. That I did tell him that I like to be, I reprogrammed my mind to be 21 and I live like a teenager. And I started showing, that's it. You just reminded me, Liam. I started showing my cuddly toys because we were video chatting on my iPad. And he's like, oh, I'm looking forward to coming one day and playing with those. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So this was the first thing. And I'm like, yes, but you're not asexual. Why? And he was about playing with my cuddly toys. I'm like, you actually talking about my cuddly toys or are you talking about something else? So anyway, I'm like, well, I don't have guys in my home, especially not guys off the internet. I've only just met. He goes, well, that's a bit rude because we're friends. I said, I've only just met you. And I said, I have a female friend who I've known since 2012 and she's never been to my home. I don't have people in my home usually. Because I live in my bedroom. It's not appropriate to have a guy who I've just met off the internet in my bedroom. And I said, my friends stay in hotels when I hold asexual meetups. They don't stay in my room with me. So I'm like, oh God. And so yeah, so the conversation progressed. He was asking me, but sometimes he wasn't listening because I said I had a disability, fibromyalgia, and then I told him what it was, and then later on he said, well, what disability have you got then? And I'm like, I did actually tell you, you didn't listen. But the good thing about him is he doesn't get defensive. He doesn't like, you know, like some guys are very egotistical. They'll defend themselves. Like when I said about the women, the sex women who'd followed him, he didn't get assy with me. He didn't say, oh, it was bullshit. He actually said, oh, thanks for telling me. I've blocked them now. You know, so that was a good thing about him because it meant he's not arrogant, he's not egotistical in those ways. Doesn't mean to say he hasn't got other issues, but that was refreshing because I thought, well, this is good. This is a really good thing about him, you know. So I'm trying to be like, you know, fair. And so, and what was the good things about him, you know? And so anyway, yes, as the conversation progressed, he's not asexual, as you can imagine. That was really nice. Yeah, Lena, I thought it was really nice that he just said, you know, like, thanks for telling me. And he said he blocked them. I did think that was a good thing. So I thought, you know, there are some good qualities about this guy. I'm probably the only one that can see them, mind you, for the rest of our conversation. But anyway, so he was asking, I asked him how long he'd been on the dating app. And he said he'd been on the dating app since about towards the end of last year. I said, what about November, October? He said, yeah, probably about that, November, something like that. And I said, oh, I joined in November as well. I said, so how many video dates have you had? And he said that he'd had one with a woman. This was a little bit later actually in the conversation. He said he'd had one with a woman. But I said, well, what happened? He said, oh, she lived in Wales and I didn't want to travel up there, and she said there's no future in it then if you're not going to travel up to see me, because she had a really, you know, like quite well powered job, you know, and so, you know, and so she, you know, he lives miles away from her. He wasn't prepared to travel to see her. She said it's not going anywhere, so that was the end of it, you know, which I said it's understandable. Do you know what I mean? And when he found out where I lived, because the first of all he goes, oh, I'll come down and see you. And then when I found out alone, he goes, oh, that's miles away. But then he was thinking about coming down to see me, to kiss me. So this is obviously where it all goes like, yes, we get into the sexual realm. Always happens, doesn't it? So he asked me when my last kiss was. So I was trying to think, and I said, I said about the Indian guy I kissed at the end of 2019, in November 2019. And I said that was like out of a movie. It was really, really great. I loved every minute of that. It was around an hour he was kissing me. He was like, yeah, but when after? When's the last time? And so I said that I can't remember. Actually, I said, I think it was last year I think it was last year. I don't know if it's February or March. Last time I went clubbing was March, but I didn't let anyone kiss me then because I said the virus thing had started. My mum's like, don't you dare let any guys kiss you. So they were only allowed to kiss me on the cheek. But before that, I think it was actually a British guy. But there was one time I think I kissed 2 or 3 guys. I told him this. I said I couldn't remember because although I'm asexual, I'm a bit different in the sense I'm an extrovert and I absolutely love kissing. That is a major problem for me, that I love kissing too much. And usually that type of kissing that I like to do is more geared towards sexuals. But I don't want sex and I don't like being touched on parts, and I don't like doing it without my clothes on it. And so it's like kind of stuck. But anyway, so yeah, so I was trying to say to him, I think it was a British guy. I said, but the last actual guy that was interested in me was Indian. Oh, Luna, you're the same way. Oh, that's great. You're on here. It's lovely to relate to you too. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, you love kissing as well. It's very difficult to find asexual that loves kissing. I mean, I've been trying since 2014 to find. It's hard. I'm so glad you understand. People just don't get it because the majority of the asexual community don't like that much kissing. They love cuddling, but they don't like much kissing. I've found personally, and it's really difficult because I need kissing, badly need kissing, you know, like it's a bit of a, I'm a bit of a kissaholic, but I don't have anyone to kiss, so I have to try and curb the urges to kiss. But sometimes I feel like yesterday, because we're in Sunday now, it's like 1 a.m. in the UK here on Sunday, but Saturday I've been listening to love songs in the all day while I've been preparing love quotes for a lovely video that I've done for you with music behind it. It's gorgeous. And yeah, I know I encounter that as well. Oh, bless you, Luna. Thanks for understanding me. And so, and I've been playing love songs all day, and now I'm just in the mood that I want a good snog. It's like I really want to kiss, and I want to kiss now. It's really bad, but I'm attracted predominantly to Indian guys, in case you didn't already know that. They're out there. I found one in Italy. Oh, bless you. But have you got the person as an actual partner then, Luna? Because the only guys I can find who like kissing are on the more sexual end of the asexual spectrum, and they usually like me to may never meet though. Ha ha. Oh yeah. I mean, I spoke to guys online, they're asexual, some of which say they like kissing a lot, but usually they are in other countries. The majority, and pretty much every one of those I've met, there's been a couple in the UK. One was much older than me, in his 50s, not my type, but he wanted touching all over the body. And the ones I find, they're on the more sexual and the asexual spectrum, but they're too sexual for me. So I have grey areas, but I'm not textbook grey A, because I don't experience any sexual attraction, just arousal. So it's kind of really hard. No, not really. It's a bit afraid of relationships. Oh yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? It's very difficult. It's very difficult, because this is why I'm on Facebook dating, to see if there's an asexual Indian guy happens to be on there. It's like, I won't give up. I've thought my soulmate's Indian since 2014. I'm attracted mostly to Indian guys. I can't help it. It's just the way it is for me. And so I just have to pursue what I believe is true. So, but this guy's the one that contacted me. He approached me first, because I was checking. I said, who approached who first? Did you approach me? He's like, I approached you first. I'm like, oh, that's good, because I wouldn't have noticed you else. Because he has a beard. I have to tell you, I like clean-shaven Indian guys. This guy has a beard. In some of his pictures, he has less of a beard, which is a bit more acceptable. But anyway, when I video chatted with him, he had a beard, and I did say, a beard, I don't like kissing guys when they've got beards on. It's just, and he's like, oh, I'll take the beard off for you. So the conversation went into kissing, basically. And he was kissing the screen, blowing me kisses in the screen. Embrace a beard. No, I hate beards, Luna. I don't like it. I really hate them. I mean, I'm on Facebook dating. The majority of guys have got beards. I like young looking guys. This guy's 33. He's not my usual age bracket. My usual age bracket is 21 to 23 mostly, or early to mid-20s usually, up to the maximum of 28, you know, because I like young guys. I'm not attracted to older guys. And I just don't get attracted aesthetically to older guys. I don't want to kiss them, don't want to be near them. And to me, like, I don't like the kiss. It's like a bush. The Indian guy I kissed in November, I did have some facial hair, but I would have been much more aesthetically attracted to him if he hadn't have had the facial hair. But that was unusual for me. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, he was blowing me kisses, but the fact is he's very sexual. So the fact is, we're not compatible, because he likes sex, funnily enough. And even though so the situation is, he likes sex, even though he's not done that yet. He wants kids, I don't. He likes travelling, I don't. He likes the countryside, I don't. I like the city. So we're completely incompatible. And also, I said to him, why did you match with me then? You know, like me, which is matching with me, basically. Why did you do that if you knew we weren't compatible? He said, because I thought I'd take a chance. And he hasn't been able to get a relationship. People are not attracted to him, he said. So basically, he came across me because other women aren't attracted to him. He's been in this country for 2 years. He's studying and working, but at the moment he's on furlough, so he's bored. So he's wanting someone to just chat to because he's bored. When he goes back to work and study, he won't have time to see a woman. He won't even travel half an hour, 30 minutes to see a woman. And so by the end of the conversation, I was telling him there's no wonder he can't get a woman, because he doesn't have any time for a woman when he's busy. He's got loads of time on his hands now, which is why he can video chat with me whenever I want him to, basically, at my beck and call, basically, because he's bored rigid. He's not had any women interested in him for 2 years, he said, because, I mean, obviously he had that one video chat, but he hasn't had a relationship, and that, you know, yeah, people aren't attracted to him. But basically, he doesn't put any time, energy, effort into it. He mostly talks about not much intelligent stuff whatsoever. There's nothing intelligent coming out of him. Like, it was like just the, you know, in the end, it ended up mostly being talking about kissing me. And I'd love to kiss you all the time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he said he'd shave for me. Yeah, there's some major differences. And he also agreed that he'd cheat on me if we got into a relationship, because I said to him that because you're a type of guy that's doesn't have women after him, as soon as you start getting women after you, you would then cheat on me because she'd be bisexual, giving you the sex and basically the kids you want. And he's like, yeah, that's right. So it's like, he's honest, but you know what I mean? So he's not a good guy you know what I mean? Unless I want a guy just to have to talk to a bit and kiss, there's not much else going to happen there. Oh no, exactly, Luna. I was telling you all the good stuff about him first, to then start telling you the crux of the matter. So yes, he admitted that he would cheat on me because he needs sex, which, yeah, I don't know where to laugh about that or cry. It's like, well, at least you're honest, mate. But I mean, like, geez, but he's no good with women. Because he doesn't talk to you about intellectual stuff. Women need intellectual conversation. He's not, I said to him, you won't, I said, you have to make an effort. I said, our relationship is like a full-time job on top of your study, on top of your work. I said, and if you can't make time for women when you're studying, you're working, so when he's off furlough, I said, then I would suggest don't even bother going after a relationship if you haven't got time to have one. There's no point. And I said, you've got to put time, energy, effort into it. If you won't even travel 30 minutes, my friends, I said, spend 4 hours traveling to see me. Like, 30 minutes, you won't even spend 30 minutes traveling. I said, like, you're not going to get a woman like that. And I said, you should shave your beard as well, because it does make him look a lot older, it's not particularly... He's much more attractive I have seen pictures of him with no facial hair, and he's much more attractive. But again, a lot of the time it's a laziness thing with these guys. Ha ha ha, he's honest. You're so positive, that's inspiring, thank you. Well, there was something that makes me laugh about him as well, which is, I asked him if is he bisexual, because in his profile, his Facebook profile, it says he's interested in men and women. And he's like, oh no, I'm only attracted to women. What about you? I said, no, I'm only attracted to guys. But I'm asexual, whereas you're heterosexual. So there was something that I just will see about today, which was really funny. He goes, thank you, darling. And he doesn't talk Indian, like he hasn't got no Indian accent whatsoever. So when you're talking to him, it's not like talking to an Indian guy. It's like talking to a really posh guy, but someone who's not posh, but has got a posh way about them. Because clearly he's not posh if he's like the way he is. He won't even travel 30 minutes to see a woman that's not posh. But he goes, oh, thank you, darling. Oh, thank you, darling. He keeps saying, and I was giggling to myself today. I thought that's really funny. And unfortunately, because I like Indian guys, obviously I do have attraction for him. Even though he had a beard, I do have some attraction for him, aesthetic attraction for him. So it's very difficult because I'm like, should I meet this guy to kiss him? And that is really bad that I'm even thinking about that, because I'm like, but Sandra, you couldn't trust him. Because he started then saying, because I said that I don't like being touched on my privates, and when it's not on, the guy's not allowed to do that. And I was saying, yeah, if a guy's even in a, because I said, he said, oh, you won't even let you, because he was asking me about kissing. I said, a guy is not allowed to touch my chest. He's not allowed to touch my bum. He's not allowed to touch my bit down below. I said, I've got strict boundaries, where he's not allowed to touch, and I'm clothed on. He goes, oh, can't he even touch you a bit of your breast? I'm like, no, he can't. Do you see what I'm saying? This guy is not a good guy from a sexual point of view. He's highly sexual. And he probably wants to see me on video camera rather than text, because obviously he gets to see my face and what I look like, and it turns him on, most probably. So the other thing he said was, when I was trying to eat my food, he said, I didn't see your body when you stood up. oh, yeah, he goes, I didn't see your full body when you stood up. I said, I'm not here for you to pervert me. And look at my body, I'm not a piece of meat. You know? I said, I have got a brain and a personality. I want someone to love me for my brain personality, not my body. I said, I'm not here on camera for you to pervert me. I said, I'm here just to chat. That's it. Like, oh my God. And I found out he watches porn every day. Like, it's like, I hate porn, I said to him. He's like, you don't like it? I'm like, no, it's disgusting. I hate it. I can't stand it. I said, some other asexuals, I think I said some other asexuals are different to me, but I hate it. I do not like it. Because he goes, so if you're asexual, do you not like porn? I said, well, I don't. It's disgusting to me. I said, but not every asexual's the same as me. Some I don't know if I said some asexuals do have sex, but you have to be very careful when you're telling a sexual that, because then they'll think I'll change my mind, when I won't. Yes. But unfortunately, I do have some attraction for this guy, unfortunately. But yeah, so he's still Facebook friends with me at the moment, and he messaged me this morning at 11 something, saying, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I'm got a lot of work to do today, which was creating a video. So that was it. And then tonight he messaged me going, oh, can we have a chat? I'm like, no, I'm busy working, which is true. And I'm going to be still doing it throughout most of the night. So no. So he's still asking to chat. But when he's on camera, like, he's just like, just take it slow and have fun. Oh my God. Yes, but I just don't want to get hurt, because he's clearly sexual, and the reason he probably doesn't want to text is because he doesn't want to get emotionally connected to him, and he just wants to look at the physicality of him. Because he was saying to me, he said, oh, the reason he said he matched with me is because he looked through all my pictures and I look very pretty and very nice person. Very pretty and very nice, and that he thought he'd take a chance and speak to me. And because he hasn't got anywhere with any other women for years. Because apparently he said a lot of British women don't actually like Indian guys, because I've heard that before from Indian guys. And I said, but you don't like Indian guys. Why don't you like Indian guys? Because he told me that when he moved into the place where he lives now, he said to the landlord, is there any other Indian guys? And he said, no. But he said, since that time, there's guys moved out and 2 Indian guys have moved in. I said to him, oh, so I should come up there then, because it's full of Indian guys, and I love Indian guys. He's like, I would forbid it or something. I wouldn't let you do that. And then he goes, oh, besides they've got partners. I thought, oh, damn it. They've got relationships. That's okay. So they've got committed relationships, but they've got relationships with people back in their country. But yeah. So basically, he can't find anyone else, so that's why he's talking to me. Yes. I bet you he would come down here 4 hours to snog me, to be quite honest with you. I think the can't go anywhere for 30 minutes would change. Because otherwise he wouldn't get to see me, would he? But yeah, he's not going to be any good. I mean, he's not intellectually stimulating whatsoever. He doesn't talk. I said, like, what do you do then? Besides watching porn, obviously, which he does daily. And he's like, oh, I like cycling. And I'm like, okay. Like cycling because he likes the countryside, but I don't like countryside. I said I lived there for years, and countryside never again. I don't like countryside. I'm a city girl. But yes, right. Thank you, Luna. Yeah. So yes, what I'm right about. He'll probably travel 4 hours to be with me. Probably. I said because he was talking about meeting up, and I'm like, I wouldn't meet you at my flat. I'd only meet you in a public place. I would only kiss you in public, not in private. Like. But then I don't even know why you're saying this stuff. It's like, because I'm saying it, it's obvious like I like him like that, isn't it? But I said, it'd have to be clean shaven. He's like, oh, well, I'll shave the beard off you. And I was like, I just didn't say anything. So yes, but it's horrible because because I've learned, like I get loads of guys interest in me, so I can easily say no. But the guys who don't have women interested in them, it's actually bad, because usually the sexual guys, they then don't know what to do with the attention when they've got it. Those are good boundaries. Thank you, Luna. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to be really strict with this guy. I'm not sure that he could abide by boundaries. I said to him, I don't think you're strong enough anyway. I don't think you're strong enough, guy, for me to kiss and you not want more and to maintain the boundaries. He goes, oh, I could be a strong guy. I said, I don't think you could. So, yeah. But he's not very intellectually stimulated. He doesn't do it. He doesn't talk to you about anything but kissing, really. And he does ask me a question about myself, but then he doesn't listen to some of the answers. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, he said to me, he said, I'm sexy. I said, I can't help it. I said, I do know that. Yes, I can't help it. And I don't want sex just because I'm sexy. And he's like, but you know, he said, oh, you're right. He loves my hair, which I thought was really nice. I do like my hair myself. So if someone complimented me on my hair, he's like, oh, is that your natural hair colour? I said, yes. He said, it's really beautiful. I think I'm pretty or something. I said, oh, thank you. He goes, I really like your hair. Keep it that way. I said, I've never dyed it in my life. It's natural. He's like, it's still natural. I said, yeah, I don't dye it. So I put a special shampoo, natural shampoo on it. It cost me quite a bit of money, Jason's shampoo. And it's all, I got wet still. And I said, you know, it's all natural. And he's like, oh, I really like the colour of it. So that was nice. He was paying attention to the actual colour. So he wasn't completely looking at stuff he shouldn't have been. He was actually paying attention to my hair as well, which was nice. Yeah, so, but yes, but unfortunately, you know, like, there's no way that could, I said, well, we're not compatible for a relationship, and we couldn't kiss if we ended up being in relationships with other people, because it wouldn't be any good. But you know what I mean? He's not going to be any good for conversation, is he? You know what I mean? It's like, try, you know what I mean? I do like a good conversation, but he is studying computer science. I'm like, oh no, that's very attractive for me. Because if you don't know, I get very attracted to guys who can code websites. Indian guys, particularly. And it's like, I'm like, oh, can you code? But he can't code yet. He said, I can't code yet. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I build my own websites, but can't code. But he wants to stay in this country. He doesn't want to go back to his country. But I said, why don't you like Indian guys? And if you're Indian, he goes, oh, because they're really rude and impolite. And they're not, you know, they're very rude and ill-mannered. He goes, but most of the people in the UK that I've met, like yourself, are polite and well-mannered. He said, but they're not Indian guys. That's why he doesn't like them. And he said, oh, a lot of them do get after, you know, do go after marriage, so be careful of that. I said, well, I don't want to get married anyway. And I tell every Indian guy I meet online at all, I don't want marriage. Oh my God, that is so attractive to me as well. I thought that they needed to be in a book about, I thought that needed to be in a book about what ace girls like. Ha ha ha. Oh, you like, what, you like computer science? Do you have coding? He can't code at the moment. But yeah, I really get attracted to guys who can code, but I can build my own websites with WordPress, so I just can't code. So, but he can't code at the moment anyway, so it's so funny, isn't it? So yes, but this guy needs sex, clearly. So it would be very hard to maintain boundaries with this type of guy. That's the problem. It's a, you know, it's a bit of a risk or a danger if you meet up with that type of person. You've got to be very careful because he's very sex driven. And he's already said about touching my breasts, and I'm like, no. Especially if they know how to build one. Are you talking about building a breast? Because I started talking about he said about touching my breast. Can you do that? I said, no. I think you mean especially if they know how to build a website. I know how to build websites. He's doing computer science. He's not doing website building. It's a little bit different, I think. But I said, can you code? And he said, not yet. I haven't learnt that. But I can build websites. That means I should be more attractive to guys. Oh, a computer. Oh, he's doing computer science, so I don't actually know what that involves, because he then started talking to me about kissing again, I think. So that's the thing, you know. It would be nice to know more about his brain and stuff, but maybe it's good for me not to know that, because the trouble is, the more you get to know someone on a different level, then obviously it's better if you want a relationship with them. But if you don't want a relationship with them because you're not suitable, it's better not to get too involved in that type of thing. Oh, literally a computer. Are you, if they know how to build a computer. Have I been with anyone who knows how to build a computer? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I ever have. I had a boyfriend years ago who could do some stuff with computers, but I can't remember. But yes. Yeah, I don't think I know anyone who builds them from scratch. Certainly, yeah, personally. But yeah, so yeah, this was like how the conversation went, really. I think we video chatted, was it till 11:30? So it's probably about an hour, from 10:30 to 11:30, something like that. So yeah, but I think it was an hour. But he was like falling asleep. I was talking to me. And this makes me laugh because obviously he's younger in birth certificate age. But I won't say by how much. But yeah, I as far as I'm concerned, I'm in my 20s. I've programmed my mind to be like 21, so that's how I like to be. I said to him, if in a relationship, usually if I'm with a guy who's younger in birth certificate age, he's the older one and I'm the younger one, but got much more experience. Because I mean, obviously, he had to go to bed because he's too tired. He's not even working at the moment or studying because he's furloughed. And it's like I'm there going like, all right, go to sleep, and I'm there like in the early hours still being a busy bee working. I did the International Celebrate Being Single Day Awareness video yesterday, so yeah, I spent lots of time on that. So yes, this was my video date, but at least I actually had a video date. He is a real person. He probably looks about his age, because he said, I don't look my age, do I? I said, well, with your facial hair, I think, yeah, basically. But if you actually shaved it off, you'd look a lot younger. And then, you know, I've actually, in a way, it's good he hasn't, because honestly, if he shaves his beard off, I'll be so much more attracted to him and wanting to kiss him even more, because I've seen him in pictures without any facial hair. Oh my God, he is really, really good looking without facial hair. Really, 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 really good looking. On his one photograph, he's got like a suit on, and he's got some of his hair partly dyed. And I really love a guy in suits. It's like my second type of clothes attraction. I got the street clothes. I like a guy who wears street clothes. That's one extreme to a suit. That's two completely different extremes. And so yeah, when he wears suits, I'm like, oh God, you're so good looking in suits. But yes, it's a shame he's so sexual and wants kids. And wants to live with someone as well. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, we're pretty much the opposite on all those things. But he'll carry on talking to me because there's no one else to talk to unless I decide not to talk to him. At the moment, you know, because he said I've not had a girlfriend. I'm like, well, why not? Because no one's attracted to me. I'm like, well, haven't you tried eHarmony, Match.com, going out clubbing, you know, and bars? He goes, yeah. I said, what about any of those? He goes, yeah, but no one's interested in me. But obviously, you've got to understand this is not for us to feel sorry for him, because he's already said if he was in a relationship with me, he would cheat on me the minute another woman got interested in him and wanted a relationship with him and wanted sex with him. Do you see how this goes? Because guys who are inexperienced, usually, I'm not talking about asexual guys, but I'm talking about particularly sexual guys. If they are inexperienced, right? And they don't have loads of women after them. Like, I have loads of guys after me. I'm used to saying no whenever I want, right? But because, like, a lot of guys, if they're not used to any attention, what do you think happens as soon as a woman starts paying him attention? He'll go off with her, usually. Because he's not used to dealing with it. He's not used to saying no, and he doesn't want to say no. Because if you have a partner, yourself, that draws more attention to them, and lots more women will come after your partner. It's a really strange phenomena, right? I've had this happen to me. When I'm single, I don't get many people usually well, obviously that's not true now. I do get guys interested in me, but you know, like, generally speaking, when I'm in a relationship, I get far many more guys interested in me, like really want a relationship with me, than when I'm out of a relationship. So it's like, you know, it's like in the past, it was like the guy's best mate used to want to be in a relationship with me when I was in a relationship. And as soon as I split up, it's like, oh, I don't want you anymore. You know, it's kind of like they want what they can't have. You know, so it's like forbidden stuff. It's just really weird. And so, for example, if I was with a guy and went clubbing with him, he wasn't used to female attention. Because I'm very extrovert and I'm having attention, the women would automatically notice the guy with me, and they would probably try and take the guy. Like, that's the type of thing that kind of some women do in clubs, you know, like go around him so like he dances with her and all that type of stuff. Now, the right guy, an asexual, faithful guy to me, for example, he would like be able, you know, if he was strong, which I would need him, he would be like, no, I'm not interested, right? That's the type of guy I need. But a sexual guy, he would just lap up. I go to the toilet and then he'd be dancing with other women and off like that. Do you see what I'm saying? So you've got to understand this. It's, you know, like, just because a guy says he hasn't had any women interested in him, I mean, can that really be true for a start? And, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, he's going to be, you know, more confident if he was with me, and then he'd have more female attention, and then he'd just be off, you know. So you got to understand this. And he's not into, I'm into text messaging as well. He's not into text messaging. So yeah. So he goes, oh, can I blow you a kiss through give you a virtual kiss through the screen? I'm like, yeah, if you want, but you can give me one. I didn't say I was giving you one back. Oh dear, it's very weird, a guy coming at the camera with loads of facial hair on. I don't like bushes people's faces, but it's a good job he's got that, really, because if he took it off he would be really like way so much better looking, and I'll be like, oh my god, I just want to kiss you. But I did, you know, I did think about kissing him, I've got to admit. You know, even though he had facial hair, he's, you know, I'm like, because he's asking me why I like Indian guys. I still like thin, skinny guys, which he's thin, he's not muscly. And I said that I like coloured skin, and I like, you know, the hair, Indian guys' hair. And I said I usually have the most connection, like spiritual, emotional, romantic, aesthetic attraction and connection with Indian guys. It's just been that way. And I said that in 2014, when I first found out I was asexual, you know, there was a couple of Indian guys who were the first type of guys I liked. One was, you know, like, one was, you know, like in his early 20s, but, you know, like it didn't work out because he, you know, it wasn't good for me in the end. And then there was another guy that was really horrible. He wasn't asexual, and he was Indian, sexual guy, but he was going to go to Canada for study. And then he said, because he met me, he might come to the UK instead. But he told me I wouldn't want to be a virgin all my life. So basically he'd sleep with other women. And at the time he told me this, my guinea pig, one of my guinea pigs was dying, and I was at a vet's, and he's like, oh, but I wouldn't want to be a virgin, so I'd basically want sex with other women. And I'm like, well, I was like absolutely horrified, because I thought he was really interested in me, but clearly not. You know, like, to have me as a girlfriend, maybe, and then have sex with other women, it's disgusting. So that was really horrible. So anyway, I told him that, and so, but I said, you know, I just know spiritually that I'm meant to be with an Indian guy. I believe that. Not him, but you know what I mean? Because obviously me and him are not compatible. I said that, but you know, so an Indian guy at one point. So I haven't found him yet, but I will do eventually. So yeah. Anyway, so that's how my video date went. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I have to say, though, he did make me laugh with when he kept saying, thank you, darling. I kept thinking, are you sure you're not gay with the way you say that? Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. It's really funny. But yeah, so I didn't like the bit where he's on about my body, though. It's pervy. I've had guys like that before. It's like, I'm not here for you to gawk at me. I'm here just to chat. You know, so yeah. Anyway, I have actually had a video date. And he is Indian, and he is in the UK, and he does actually want to stay here. He's no good relationship-wise, and he wants to really kiss me. He really wants to kiss me. So, yes. Very interesting, but older than I would usually go for, and not compatible, sadly. But never mind. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'll park that for now. And anyway, yes, I hope you like this insightful video. At least I had a video date, and at least it was a genuine person, and his profile is quite good otherwise, you know? Checks out quite well. Is a real human being for once. And he was keen to know about me in the beginning and asked me lots of questions about myself, which was nice, you know, some good positive stuff there. But yes, like, there's a lot of not good stuff as well. But yeah, I did like the fact that he, you know, like, he wasn't arrogant. I liked that about him a lot. But yeah, he's very sexual. I think what he's not arrogant about is great, but he makes up for in like sexual stuff, you know. It's a shame because, you know, like, if he hasn't met a person really interested in him up till now, then it's a shame really, because I do like Indian guys. But yeah, he's gonna be no good for me. No good, because I'm definitely not having kids, and I don't want to live with someone. I love living on my own, you know, and I need a high quality guy, someone who's got intellectual conversation, because he just wouldn't be intelligent enough for me. He doesn't really talk about much, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I'm gonna love you, leave you for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you very much, Liam and Luna And thanks for the thumbs up. If you're still watching this video and you've watched it till the end, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live or post a new video. Thank you for whoever just gave me the thumbs up. Lots of love to you. I'll see you on the next video live stream. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.